Hiya, it's Clover and welcome back to another Creator Sim video. We are continuing my series of turning your favorite cartoon characters into Sims. But I need your help picking the next cartoon show, so make sure you follow and comment who you'd like to see next. Let's get started with today's cartoon. I am Simsifying the girls from Totally Spies, obviously, and we are starting with Alex. Now, I was really excited to do these girls because I absolutely love this show. But I was kind of conflicted because I wasn't sure whether I should do colors, like their suit colors, or if I should just make their own outfits. And this was really enjoyable also because I got to do like early 2000s Y2K styled outfits, and I love that style of fashion. So Alex is definitely a mixture of tomboy and girly girl. I recall her mostly wearing like jeans and shorts, but she did wear the occasional skirt. So that was also very prominent thing that I wanted to remember when I eventually got on to making her outfits. I didn't want to make her heavy on blush or makeup style things like her eyelashes because I wanted to go more for the tomboy style. Now, when I say her hair was so difficult to pick, I honestly didn't know what I was doing for the whole time, and you can see me a lot through this video just I was just staring at her for hours. This definitely took me the longest. This video took me the longest solely because I couldn't find hair in The Sims that properly fit their styles, but I wanted to maintain the short length that Alex has. But I don't know, it was so difficult. So even though when I move on to Sam and Clover, she has this like hair, I eventually go back and change it because it was bothering me for so long. Alex is described as being the most naive and absent-minded, and she is seemingly the youngest member of the group. She loves to play sports, especially soccer, football for us, and video games. So that was something that I also was trying to incorporate. I feel like when people think of tomboy styles, they immediately go for like football and tea style. So I kind of wanted to do that, but also remembering that she loves shopping. Like all of the girls, they like to shop a lot. So that's what I tried to incorporate while I was doing this as well. And as I said before, I wasn't really sure of what colors I should go to because there were so many things that in The Sims that I could make her wear, but I definitely wanted to go for yellow, seeing as that is her costume, uniform, I don't know. And yeah, so I love it. I did use these wide-legged like flare jeans on I think all of the girls because it just screamed Y2K to me. And I thought that this was the only chance I would wear that outfit or give that outfit to my Sims. So for her formal, I did go all out because I remember an episode where they were like in an Asian inspired event and she was wearing something not similar but close enough. Anyway, looking at these outfits, I did want to incorporate a lot of greens as well as yellows. Yellow and green is a perfect combination, but also in the show, I noticed she wears a lot of green as well. And for those of the major fans out there, you would see that some of these outfits are solely inspired by actual outfits that Alex wears throughout the many, many seasons. And I'm actually really happy. I did want to use as much yellows as possible, but in The Sims 4, yellow is either so bright or more turmeric color or turmeric, and I couldn't find the right shade of yellow to give them. And also I realized that I don't know if she has a surname, so I split her name for Alexandra, and then if you see later on it's Clover and Samantha, which I think is cute. Obviously if you want to download these you can change their names. And just to make note, I remembered to take out my shorter teen mod for creating them. That's why my Powerpuff Girls were young adults and they looked older, was because I had the shorter teen ones and they are so short that it's hard to actually play with them in CAS. But yeah, so they're actually teens and I tried to make them look younger and I'm actually really happy with how it came out. Obviously, when you're looking at Alex right now, keep in mind that I do eventually change her hair because that hair does not suit her, but also suits her at the same time. So now we're moving on to Clover. I actually am happy with how she turned out. I do think I changed her hair eventually. I wasn't really happy with the cottage living hair because, as I said before, the styles just don't match and I really wanted it to match. I thought that if I gave her this cottage living hair, then everything will be fine. And it kind of framed her hair because she does have a side bang. Well, she has a parting, but not necessarily a bang. And that little parting on the left just fit the vibes. Anyway, like I make Clover's outfits red and I also make sure that you will see throughout the whole video that some of their outfits are based on actual outfits that they wear in the show. I wanted to embody the Y2K theme, but also make it seem like they're young girls, so they wouldn't be wearing racy things. But when I was looking and doing my research for today's video, I realized that they did show a lot of skin. I know that the weather is mostly hot. Like for my pictures I did to Delso Valley, I made sure she had a lot of skirts and tried to be as fashionable as possible. She is the one who is the most stereotypical teenager. She's like obsessed with fashion and falling in love and boys, so I do give her like a slightly more red lip, and I just try to have the mindset of girly vibes because I find it really interesting, especially as I just finished Alex's makeover. Or I was like, they're so different but also so similar. I had to keep in mind that they are friends, so although they have distinct and separate identities, they all have to have a certain cohesion in order to maintain that. And I give her a bikini because I felt like she would probably wear a bikini to like attract the boys, but I also later go back and give her the same swimming costume as I give Alex and eventually Samantha or Sam. So because if they can't have matching outfits like superhero costumes, then or spy, I don't know why I keep on saying superhero. I think it's because in my head I'm still on Powerpuff Girls, but because they have the spy outfits, costumes, I don't know, but because of that I was really interested in at least having one matching outfit. And I also didn't know that if you wore a necklace underneath that top, it will make it be untucked, which I thought was really cool. Anyway, I had to obviously give Clover the romantic trait because she is the most girly, most flirtatious one of the group. She is the most flirtatious one of the group. And yeah, I'm actually really happy. Obviously I go back and change her, but c'est la vie, she's fine for now. And when I say I was so happy to find this outfit with the Snowy Escape sweater, and I thought, oh my gosh, I could create their little outfit. And so I spent ages on it, eventually got it, and was so happy. I even gave Clover one as well, and then realized when I was giving did I give it to Sam or Clover? Yeah, I realized when I was doing Sam that the colors didn't match. So I spent so long trying to find the perfect shades and trying, and then they ended up not having the right colors, so I just ended up deleting them. But I really wanted them to have a superhero outfit, and it just didn't work out because, as I said last episode, I really don't want to be using CC for the hairs and clothes because I find it would be too easy. But no. And now we're moving on to Sam. I feel like I've been talking about so much. And oh my gosh, you need to tell me who your favorite spy was out of the main three because I could never pick a favorite. I felt like I always was leaning more towards Alex, but I also had like a soft spot for Sam. And I don't know, I don't think Clover was ever my favorite, but I loved the name. I was obsessed with the name Clover. Like I think when I was watching this, I was like, oh my gosh, I have a dog named Clover, and I obviously do not have a dog named Clover, so I don't know where that came from. But Sam is, I felt like she's obviously the smart one and like she's so sweet, but I felt like she was too realistic. Like the girls just wanted to have fun and she's like, oh, you have to focus on school, which obviously makes her a great character and very sensible, and she is a great friend to have. But yeah, she obviously is not as into the same social aspects as the other two. Like she doesn't really like shopping as much as them, which is fine, you know, you don't always need to like shopping. But I actually am obsessed with how she turned out. As soon as I saw her picture when I was doing this, I saw her picture and I was like, I know the exact hair I'm giving you. Because Sam was the easiest one to do because I was like, she obviously has this hair because it's perfect. And I was like, we have that hair in The Sims, and I was so happy. And I gave her the little flower pendant. So I made her more green. And at first I was kind of worried because I wasn't sure if the green was gonna be too much, seeing as she has green eyes. But I felt like it worked so well, especially because of her green eyes. Like it would be natural that she would wear green. And I admit, I hold my hands up. When I was younger, I always confused Sam and Clover because I thought they would name Clover the green-eyed one. That was just like the most in my little brain. But yeah, yeah, please let me know down below who your favorite character is. And I gave her a little flower pendant because she does wear a lot of florals and flowery accessories, and I think that's so cute. Next, we're moving on to Britney. Now, originally I was on the fence on whether or not I wanted to include Britney because, you know, they're the main trio. and I was on the fence of whether I should include some of the boys like Dean, David, or Blaine, but I decided to just do the girls because there's so many iconic girls in this show. I can always obviously go and do the boys again if that is something that you'd want to see. Now, I don't know about you, but I really liked when Britney came because it was funny how her dynamic was with Alex. Obviously, Alex thought that she was going to be replaced by Britney. Um, but no, Britney's so cute, and she was in there for not throughout, but she was in there a couple of times. She's definitely, I don't think, a main character, but she's a good, strong side character. She is very cheerful and just like a nice person, and that's why I always found it funny because Sam and Clover really like Britney, and Alex is just on the sideline. And when I say I'm so happy with how she came out of all of them, I definitely think it might be my favorite. Oh my gosh, she is so beautiful, and if any of these girls I would play with in my main series, maybe Whimsy's Stories or Big Sister right now, I would definitely have Britney because she is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, her and I think maybe Caitlyn are my favorite, but I found it so interesting that I like her more than I did Mandy, even though they have very similar styles. And obviously, we had to make my girl blue, and it fits so well with her eyes. And can I say I actually used the old black swatch for the hair. Like, this show was perfect for the swatch because they do have like she does have blue tinted hair, and I was like, oh my gosh, we have that in the Sims. Even though I never use it, I was really conflicted whether for Mindy and Clover whether I should use the yellow blonde, but I did make the decision to not because I just don't like the color. Do you play with that color hair, or is it just me that hates that color? Please let me know. So if you download these girls and decide, hey, I'm gonna give her cheddar cheese hair, it's fine, go ahead, do it. But I couldn't bring myself to do it, and I'm sorry. I also made Britney have the same swimming costume as the other girls because, as I said before, I'm trying to make that into their spy costume. I realistically should have done Mandy first, but I really wanted to do Britney because I was like, I know the perfect top for you. Like, I know exactly what you can wear. And I don't know about you, but I didn't mind Mindy. Mindy was like the lesser of two evils. Mandy was horrible. I think she was the worst villain. Not villain, but she was the worst mean girl. I was really trying to make her separate and distinct from Clover because they are both blondes with blue eyes, but I wanted them to look very different because I feared that they looked very similar. And this is me. You can see me trying to determine whether I wanted to use that yellowy swatch. You can see me trying to figure out if I wanted to use the yellowy swatch or not. And spoiler, I did not use that swatch. I'm so sorry. And for her athletic wear, I was trying to give her like juicy joggers vibes, and I think I accomplished that. It was kind of feeling mean girly. And can I just say that I would absolutely hate if my cousin and I had similar names. Like, not even similar names, like so similar that it's one letter difference. I would be furious. I cannot lie. Mindy and Mandy is horrible. Anyway, that's the shirt I gave her from Island Living. I had to give it to her because it was perfect. And Mindy is, of course, Mandy's cousin. She is described as egocentric, arrogant, and greedy. So I made her a snob because she has to be a snob. And then next we are moving on to the iconic Mandy. Now, she is gorgeous. I cannot lie, she is gorgeous. I wanted to really give mean girl vibes, so I tried to narrow her eyebrows. And yeah, she actually looks really cute, but I think she looks nicer than I originally would like her to be. She kind of has like a doe face, but I like that in the end, and I didn't want to change it because she gives me those vibes of like in Rugrats. If you know Rugrats, you know how like Angelica is so sweet and innocent, and then as soon as the parents go, she's evil. Those are the vibes I was trying to emulate, and I'm really happy with how it came about. Mandy is so iconic, and I hate to say it, but I actually love her. I also used the same bluey black swatch, that bluey swatch. As soon as we got it, I changed all of my Sims hair immediately. I don't know. I wanted to make sure that I focus on her beauty because she is a popular girl, so I wanted her to be like, oh, she has all the latest trends, and especially because her enemy is Clover, I wanted to make sure that it was kind of shown, like, seeing as they're both into fashion, she's just extra. So I gave her the lip, the makeup, the long lashes, and I decided to use the Snowy Escape hair because she has that iconic clip in her hair, and that's the only hair that comes with a clip. That's pretty. She is also described as materialistic, egocentric like Mindy, but is further than Mindy, is arrogant, cruel, and abusive, which is a lovely, lovely description. And when I say I knew the pants I wanted her to wear immediately. That episode where she turned into a giant type thing and she had those shredded pants, those shredded shorts. I was like, although they weren't striped, I was like, we have shorts like that, and I'm pretty sure they come in purple, and I was so happy. So that's the exact outfit I am trying to copy. I also, that episode where she was like in that princess gown, I tried to emulate as well. I also changed her hair to make it royal. I wish we had a fan in The Sims, but I said no CC, and I wanted to incorporate it so it's so pretty. I was also really upset that my eye defaults don't come in purple. I never even used a pink swatch, but I was like, oh, that is such a shame. Well, I used it. It's a bit fancy and extravagant, but she gives princess vibes, so I had to give her a princess outfit. And I'm just really happy with how she turned out. Which I was surprised because I thought I was gonna hate how she looks because she's a horrible character, but no, she was really pretty. And seeing as she's supposed to be so fashionable, I tried to give her like accessories and these nice nails and outfits that I feel like, although to the average person they're like, oh, that I don't think that fits, I don't know if that looks nice, but to her she's like, no, it's in like this latest magazine, everyone's doing this, and like she's a trendsetter and also a trend follower. So that's why I gave her some outfits that I personally wouldn't give my Sims sometimes, like for her party outfit, I believe. Next, we're moving on to Caitlin, and as I said before, I love the way she turned out. I think she's so gorgeous. I think in the show she is very like flirtatious and just emulates like this seductive energy. So I did try to emulate that in The Sims. I focus more on this reddy purple because she's like the goons of Mandy, so I wanted to do that. She also has this dark bluey black hair. I know in the movies they made her hair red, but I wanted to stick with the show. And yeah, I'm really happy with how she looks. She is Alex's arch nemesis or rival, I believe, and she is like her friend. She is very materialistic and snobby. So for her outfits, I wanted to do clothes that kind of emulate the vibes, like, oh, I'm better than you, and like I have a lot of money. So I did give them the most makeup. I didn't put a lot of makeup on the main three, but with the bullies, I guess is the best way to name them, I made sure that I did as well. She makes me feel like she's one of the girls that kind of who's there for you until something happens, and so I wanted her to kind of have this aura of like, oh, she cares, but she doesn't really. So kind of like Mandy, how her looks can be deceiving, I wanted to incorporate that as well. I don't know how successful I was, but I liked it. Now we're moving on to Dominique, and she's cute. I was kind of on the fence with her because I know in the show she's like the only one who ever wears earrings, but I never give my Sims earrings. So I wasn't really sure what to give her, and everything just looked weird on her due to the fact that I never give my Sims earrings. I think she's a cute Sim though. I think she turned out well. I also gave her a similar shade of purple to her, Caitlin and Mandy, but I focused more red, like with her clothes. I did get inspired by some of her outfits, but I don't really recall much of the things that she wears. But I know she typically, like with all of them, they do love their little low rises and having their belly button showing, so that's what I did. I ended up giving her the bi nails because I liked how it had all of the colors, like the different shades of purple, blues, and that's kind of referencing all of them. And yeah, she came out obviously. Dominique, she is, I don't even know, does anyone ever like Dominique? Because I sure didn't. I don't know. I feel like I liked Mandy and Caitlin more than Dominique. She was just kind of there, you know? She kind of felt like the yes girl, and so I don't really know how much I liked her. But let me know your opinions. I would really appreciate them. And I told you, I let you know beforehand that I'm giving practically everyone these flare jeans. And I can't even lie and say, oh, it's because I want to be Y2K. I love those jeans. I use them all the time, though, and I'm pretty sure. Oh, do they come with Parenthood? I don't know if they came with Parenthood or not, but I used those in the Dream Home Decorator flares. They're just so good. So that's the Totally Spy Girls in The Sims. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to follow if you want to see more of your favorite cartoon characters turned into Sims. Comment your suggestions for who I should make next and tune in for next week's video. And as always, have a lovely day, afternoon, evening. Bye!